Alright guys, what's going on? It's your boy TG. Welcome back to another video. So in this video, we are going to be showing you guys day 3 of the 12 days of Ole Miss hockey video series on the TG Hockey channel. So in this video, we are going to be showing you guys a day in the life of me getting ready to do Ole Miss Rebels game content and all the other kinds of stuff. Show you guys how I film, how I do my game highlights, and stuff like that. So I just actually got finished eating breakfast. I woke up, ate breakfast, so now I'm still trying to get ready to go to the Ole Miss Rebels game. And yeah, let's go ahead and get to it. Alright guys, so now I'm going to show you the things that I usually take in the outfit I wear to the Ole Miss Rebels game. So we'll start off with my recording, editing tool. So first things first, I take my Canon camera. This is a Canon EOS Rebel T7 DSLR camera. This is the camera I use to record Ole Miss Rebels highlights, clips. I take photos of them. I'm trying to be a photographer as well, so I use this to like record game clips, take photos, all that kind of stuff at Rebels games. I use it for just general photography in general, because again, trying to be a photographer besides being a sports journalist. And then it's a really good camera. I've been using this for maybe a good year or two. One thing about this camera, you have to make sure that you have enough storage to record on the camera. So sometimes when I get done recording Ole Miss Rebels game highlights and posting them on YouTube, I delete the old clips so I can make room for new clips to record. And I do that for all the sports that I do. So right now I'm a sports photographer, but I'm trying to expand my way to doing like general photography as well besides sports. But as of right now, I'm a sports photographer. I use this camera to do all of that, and it works really well. I took a class in college called multimedia storytelling, and I use that camera a lot. Another thing I take I want to show you guys is my camera tripod. So usually in the third period, I record from the opposing team's bench, just in case if the Rebels score on the opposing goaltender, get a goal, so I can get a good action shot of that. And I use my camera tripod to record that. I actually take it out the bag for you guys. So this is the tripod I use for my camera. I do have one for my phone as well, but I don't use that as a lot like I use with my camera tripod. When I was creating news packages for the Ole Miss Rebels, I would use my phone tripod, which is right here. I would use my phone tripod to like use it to stand up, to get B-roll, to record me in general, record me in general with my phone tripod. When I was doing news packages, I will also use this whenever I'm doing interviews with the coaches and players. I try and bond, get along with the players well on the team. You want to be able to build, how do I say this in the most professional way? You want to try and get to know the players well. You want them to trust you. You want to trust them. So that's what I do with my work with the Ole Miss Rebels. I try and, do my work very well so that they can trust me, so they can get to know me on a better basis. And so I can get to know the players on a better basis. They get to know me. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, I use my phone tripod to do B-roll, to do interviews, and to do all other kinds of shots. I use my camera tripod to record game content for the Ole Miss Rebels. I know sometimes, most notably in the first period, when I'm up on the so-called Jumbotron, I hold my camera in my hand because there's no room for me to put my tripod on there and stand, especially since we broadcast the games live. The media team already has a tripod of their own to do the live game broadcast, and so it's no point of me trying to bring my tripod up there and record to give you guys content as well. So usually I use this during the second or third period because that's when I'm on the bottom at the rink and not at the top of the jumbotron recording. So whenever I'm at the top of the jumbotron recording, I use my hands and I put the camera in my hands to record. Whereas in the second and third period, I put it on a tripod and I have a stand. Before I go to the Rebels games, I charge my camera battery because I know I charge my camera battery before I go because I don't want it to be on a low battery when I'm recording. So I always make sure that I charge this whenever I go, and this will take a long time to charge. So you have to make sure that you watch it. And I'm saying this to all the people who want to get DSLR cameras like this. You got to make sure that you're watching this. When this hits green, and I'll show you guys where I usually, the wall part. So this is the wall part for my Canon camera. You take the battery part and you slide in here. You see right here, you see where the arrow is right here. You see where the arrow is on the camera. Hope you can. You take the arrow and you take the arrow for the battery of the camera and then you just slide it in here like that, and then you open up this part and then you plug it into a wall. This is going to say, when you plug into the wall, it's going to have a yellow color on it. When that yellow color hits green, you want to make sure that you take the wall part out of the wall. Make sure that you don't overcharge it. So that's what I do before I go to every Ole Miss Rebels game and before I film sports content in general. I always make sure that I charge my camera whenever I go, because when you go and if it runs on a low battery, you won't be able to get more sports content. So that's why I always charge everything before I go. And these are the Ole Miss Rebels clothes. I actually ironed these. I'm sorry that the sleeves look a little bit wrinkled because I was holding this throughout this entire video. So this is my Ole Miss Rebels shirt I usually wear, and then I have I don't know if I can reach it, but I usually have a Ole Miss Rebels hat that I wear to the games as well. So, and then I take my Ole Miss Rebels sweater to the games. So this is my outfit that I wear. I ironed this, but I know it looks wrinkled because I had this all in my lap when I was recording for the video. And I put all my equipment and stuff in this backpack right here. So this is the backpack I usually take to the Rebels games. So I put all of my equipment and gear in this backpack. But now we're going to get ready for the Ole Miss Rebels games. I'll show you guys, where I usually go and stand at for each period during the Ole Miss Rebels games. We'll get into more of that throughout the video. I just want to show you guys my gear, that I take, what I take, the gear I use, the camera I use, and stuff like that. But we're actually going to get ready to go to the Ole Miss Rebels game. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Alright guys, so we're getting ready to go to the Ole Miss Rebels game. As you can see, got on my Ole Miss Rebels gear. My camera battery just finished charging, so I'm going to put this back in my camera bag since it just got finished charging. It hit the green light, and I probably should have showed you guys when it got through charging so you can guys see what I mean when I said that you always have to make sure that the light is when it's green, you unplug it because you don't want to overcharge it. So I'm going to be finished getting ready to go to the Ole Miss Rebels game, and then we'll film some content there as always. And yeah, we will go from there. I have to dress really warm, because it's cold outside, and it's also obviously cold at the ice rink, play in the ice rink, so gotta dress warm. I do have on my Rebels polo shirt up under the sweater. And yeah, I'm gonna be wearing my heavy coat as well. And then let me get my Rebels hat. So yeah, I got my Ole Miss Rebels hat, and we are ready to go as soon as I get out of the backpack. All right, guys, so we're gonna get ready to go to the ice rink, get ready for the Ole Miss Rebels game. So let's get to it.
All right, guys. So we are at the Ole Miss Rebels game. So right now it's just warm ups, but we're gonna film some content for you guys as always. As you see, I got my little Canon DSLR camera. We're gonna film content for you guys like I always do. Right now it's just warm ups. It's actually 2 minutes and 28 seconds left until game time. So I'm going to be recording, and then we'll stop between intermissions to chat and stuff like that. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it.
All right, guys. So the first period has started between the Ole Miss Rebels and the BSU team. So I should tell you guys I do have shaky hands whenever I record Rebels content, but I'm hoping none of that bothers you guys. But yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that, and it should be a good period.
All right, guys. So the first period just ended. Ole Miss Rebels 1, Bridgeway State 0. So now what I usually do after first period admissions is I change spots where I do my recording. So once the second period hits, I'm going to go right by the Rebels bench. I'll film there, try not to get in the way. And yeah, so that's usually what I do after first period. So I hop on down from up here because as you can see, I am up on this Jumbotron thing. So I usually hop on down and change locations. So get right to it. All right, guys. So standing outside the Rebels locker room. So this is actually their locker room right there, but don't want to be in the way because there's going to be players coming in and out of the locker room. So that's why I had it facing right here. Usually I hang out here whenever between intermissions. I usually hang out here between intermissions just to talk and chat with the players, be on my phone, do other stuff. So yeah, I sit right here between intermissions. It's only actually 7 minutes and 37. Actually 7 minutes and 28 seconds left until the second period. And for the second period, as you guys know and seen from my game content videos, I head on over to the Rebels bench and I record from there. And that's what we're going to be doing once these 7 minutes of intermission are up. So yeah, see you then.
All right, guys. So the second period is underway. So obviously, new spot that I am recording at. During the second periods for the Rebels games, I usually record near the Rebels bench. I try not to get in the way of the trainers though, so that's one thing to be aware of. But I try and get in a good spot near the Rebels bench to record for the second period, and I do this for every Rebels game. So like first period, I'm up in the Jumbotron. Second period, I'm right by the Rebels bench. And third period, I am right by the opposing team bench. So it's the way I do it. I've been doing this since I started doing content for the Ole Miss Rebels hockey team. So yeah, it's just the way I've been doing it, just so when I put together game highlight reel videos, I don't get confused on what clip was what. So usually that's why I try and go in different spots to record my clip, so I can say, oh, this section was the first period, this section was the second, this section was the third, and so forth. So that's usually my structure. That's the way I do it. And yeah, got one Ole Miss Rebels play coming in. Get shot off, and ooh, wow, that was a close one. That was a close one, but the goaltender covers it up, and still a little bit of the rough stuff afterwards, as you like to see from the Ole Miss Rebels hockey team. They did have a line brawl against Alabama in their last game. That was fun to see. And a little bit of a rough stuff against BSU. We have a really good hockey team at Ole Miss, both D2 and D3. I'm telling you guys, I love doing content and covering Ole Miss Rebels team, getting to know the players very well.
All right, guys. So the second period is over with. The score is 2-1 Rebels. BSU kind of got a last second goal, 54 seconds left, I believe. So they got a last second goal. I'm going to walk all the way over here past the Zamboni doors and then back to the Rebels bench and just say what I said before. Just sit there, be on my phone, maybe chat with the players and stuff like that. So I'm going to get ready for the third period and yeah, we'll get right into it. All right, guys. So just like I talked about before, I come here by the Ole Miss Rebels locker room, chat with the players. I got with me Bobby Trites right here. So we're going to do a quick little interview for you guys. So, Bobby, second period was good. How you guys plan to hold down for the third period?
Yeah, no, I mean, 20 more minutes, keep it consistent, pucks deep, outwork them. You know, they travel pretty far to come play us, so I try to close out this weekend with a sweep.
Okay. You guys had a 6-5 overtime win. Do you think some of the momentum from last game will carry over to this game?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we were all amped up after last night, so hoping we finish the third with the same energy.
Okay. Pleasure to chat with you, Bobby, and best of luck in the third period.
Thank you.
All right, guys. So we got the third period coming up next, and film some more content for you guys, and we'll go from there.
All right, guys, so the third period is starting between the Ole Miss Rebels D2 hockey team and the BSU hockey team. I did ball a clip from our live streaming feed. As you guys know, we live stream our games for the Ole Miss Rebels hockey team, and I balled a clip. Now, to be honest, I kind of really do hate to be borrowing clips from the live streaming feed. I'd rather use my own footage and content than to borrow from them, but the media team is always nice to me. I asked them, before I take a clip, I asked them if I can borrow it. And they tell me yes, or they tell me they don't mind. And I kind of know some of the people on their media team very well. And yeah, I used one of their clips one time when I was doing the D3 team highlights against Arkansas for their game here. I asked them if I could borrow that clip, and I'll give them credit for it. They let me borrow it, and I gave them credit for it. So every clip that I use from the live streaming feed, which I try to avoid that because, like I said, I like to use my own content and use somebody else's. But every clip that I borrow, I give them credit for it. So like you guys saw in the D3 team video against Arkansas that I did, I put down credit on Miss Rebels Hockey YouTube channel or something like that, just to say, hey, this is not mine, it's theirs, and I gave them credit for that. So yeah, that's why I had to borrow one of their clips, because there was like something I missed that I didn't get on my camera. So I borrowed the live streaming feed clips just to put in my video, but I did give them credit for it. I always give them credit for it whenever I do my videos.
Ole Miss Rebels 3. It's overtime. Both teams will be playing for 5 minutes, 3-3. First the score wins the game.
All right, guys. So overtime is underway. Game tied at 3-3. This game has been really good so far up to this point for the Ole Miss Rebels. Really love to see that. I can't wait to see what happens next. It's obviously sudden death, overtime, Mexico wins. So should be a great overtime, and can't wait to see who comes out to win, which hopefully it is the Ole Miss Rebels. We faced this team last game. It was a 6-5 overtime win for the Ole Miss Rebels. Let's see if we can get the sweep.
team gets early has 2 minutes per section. On average, 4 minutes 22 seconds in overtime. That's 31 and out of number 19 Jake Curley has 2 minutes per section. On average, 4 minutes 22 seconds in overtime. Final score of overtime, Bridgewater Bears 3, Ole Miss Rebels 3. From now we'll go into a three best of it. The game has resulted in a tie.
Game ended in a 3-3 tie, which to me I was kind of surprised that it did, because usually after overtime it goes to a shootout, and it didn't go into a shootout, so I didn't get that at all. But at least it was a 3-3 tie, and I'd rather it go into a tie than have the other team win, and we'll get crushed after playing such a spectacular good game. But both teams played great. Don't get me wrong, both teams did play great. Wanted us to come out with the win, obviously, but 3-3 tie, and yeah. That'll do it. Now, usually head home, and we'll give game content to you guys. So,
All right, guys. So I'm standing outside with goaltender Rich Mugler, the Ole Miss D2 Rebels hockey team. Rich, it was a great game. How did you feel when the game was going into overtime?
Honestly, I was excited. Earlier this season, I'm 0-2 in overtime. I was just looking for a chance at redemption. Sucks that, we couldn't go into a shootout. I think we would have had them.
Yeah.
But, it is what it is. I'll take a tie over a loss any day.
Okay. Those were some tricky goals I saw that you kind of fooled you. How did you feel about that?
Well, the first one, I think it was a bad turnover. Just didn't play it, as aggressive as I maybe should have. Second one, again, bad turnover. They flipped around. Good shot, just right over the shoulder. That third one, I made the save right into the scrum of my guys. And, sure enough, lost the puck, didn't know where it was, and I don't know if they kicked it or whatnot, but it went in. So it ended up tough.
You guys played last night. It went into overtime, so it was kind of a similar style of game.
Mm-hmm.
Did you feel like, did you kind of smell overtime coming? Or
No, I think we had them, especially when we went up 3-1. I thought that was kind of it. And then, we pulled our foot off the gas a little bit. And, you see what happens when you do that. And, it is what it is, but unfortunate.
Last game of this year, how do you feel going into next semester for the next couple of games?
I'm definitely a little burnt out. Looking forward to a nice rest, a month off. But take this time to relax and regroup, and come back swinging in the spring.
Okay. Well, Rich, thank you for your time. It was a pleasure to do this interview with you, and hope to see you for the next game.
Absolutely, thank you.
All right, guys. So now we're going to be interviewing Doyle Coughlin of the Ole Miss Rebels D2 hockey team. So Doyle, great game once again.
Thank you.
How did you guys feel about this one going into overtime?
Well, that was a close one. We played overtime yesterday, and it was a good one. Good thing we got the W yesterday, but too bad we couldn't get it done. But a tie is good enough. It's a good win.
Yeah. I saw that you had a couple chances to score in this game. You mentioned you scored yesterday.
Yeah.
Were the chances coming for you in this one?
Yeah, I felt good out there. I think the chances were coming, but just didn't go my way tonight. But it's all right. We got to bounce back for Nashville.
Yeah, that was my next question. So this was the last game of 2025. How do you guys plan to bounce back next year?
We get a nice little reset. Everybody's going to get in shape, and we're going to be back out there in Nashville, and hopefully to get 2 quick dubs and take care of that SEC showcase.
Okay.
And get some momentum going for the next few games after that.
Well, thank you, Doyle, for your time.
Yeah, no problem.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate
it. Great. Hope to see you in Nashville next year.
Yeah. Appreciate
All right,
it.
guys, so we are at home now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to upload these camera clips right here. These are, as you take a look down here, this is every clip I recorded from the Ole Miss Rebels game, and I'm going to upload them to my Google Drive, as you see right here. And then I'm going to put them on iMovie and edit the clips and then post it on YouTube. So yeah, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you guys for tuning in to this day in the life video, how I do my Ole Miss Rebels games and content. Thank you for tuning in for a little behind the scenes. This is still part of the 12 days of Vlogmas video series. Also kind of made a day in the life video as well. Thank you guys for tuning in. Really do appreciate it. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe button on the TG Hockey channel, and make sure to follow the Hockey Talk with TG podcast as well. And I will see you guys next time.